Hello everybody, welcome to the first live stream of 2021. I hope everybody had a good New Year's yesterday. Hope you didn't drink too much. But yeah, we will be starting shortly. Let me jump into the cockpit. Oops, wrong button. And let's turn the power on to start boarding the passengers because it takes a lot of time. Turn on the oxygen supply and arm the emergency lights and tell the cabin crew that we are ready for boarding, and we can start the boarding now. Alright, now I think we can start configuring the aircraft. Just let's get the lights on. Let's get the external power. It's just the packs, just a tiny bit, and then start aligning the IRS. There we go. That's the regular flow of me in the Airbus. I usually follow this when I'm setting the aircraft up. Turn on the brightnesses, adjust the brightnesses of the co-pilot and the eCam displays, and give some integrated lighting here. There we go. Okay, looks good. Alright, let me see why we have the IRS aligned instantly. Did I selected that? I don't think I did, but we'll check that. Realism, align time, yeah, just make this real. That is the only thing I forgot to check, I guess, but we will fix that. We will do this, turn them off, turn them on, and now it should take the what's happening. I know what's happening. Okay, align in 7 minutes. So now back to the FMC. Go to ATSU, AOC, initial data request. That will import it from SimBrief for us. Let's check the second page. There is nothing I want to adjust here, so it's all good. Go to the AOC menu, performance, weight and balance. Let's check 9.4 tons of fuel, and when we load it, it should change. Yep, it did. Load the payload, or passengers rather, and we don't need to keep the ground spoilers arms at this point. They can stay off. We can set the transponder to auto. I will just throw in a transponder code from my head right there, so it should stay there. We will have a transponder code. Okay. So now what we can do is turn the flight director on, constraints to on, and let's see, I think our cruising altitude, we haven't done the flight plan part yet. We will do that. Go to the initialization, request the initialization, and there we go. That's our that is not correct. AAL1447, American Airlines. There we go. Okay, next page. We'll get the zero fuel way, and we'll get the block fuel. Confirm that. 59.5299. So that will be required to calculate our performance after we select our departure. Our departure is going to be from, let me check the flight plan. runway 12, this guy over here, via the M.2 departure with no transition, so that is good. Let's go back and check the plan page real quick and quickly step through it, because I'm not going to select the departure arrival right now. I will leave it out, but all looks good. That's great, that's what I want. The weather right now, the QNH is 3019, so let's set that up to 3019. There we go. So the altimeter is set now, and the passengers, okay, they are boarding slowly. That's good. Let me get these windows in order so that I see the chat and everything you guys are typing. Alright. Now, where were we at? So that part is done. Performance. So for performance, if you have watched my last video, I am using a web page to calculate this, which is a performance calculator for Airbus A320, and I need some information to do that, which is what I'm doing right now. We are departing from Miami. The temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. And the QNH is, I don't know if I need to enter it in 1022. Okay, I will use it that way. 1022. Wind direction, I have no idea. I will check the weather radar or weather report from SimToolkit Pro. It is saying the winds are from 130 at 14 knots. So 130, 14, flaps 1, PAX will be on, anti-ice will be off, runway is dry, and our takeoff way is what? It was here. 64,400. And the center of gravity is 29.9. Runway 12, and calculate. So it's giving us flex speed of, let me fix this view, flex speed of 68, that's here, and it's giving us flaps 1 and down 0.3. So that is that. Transition altitude, we are in the US, so that is 18,000. We need to correct this. There we go. And that is done. Only thing that's left is to get the V-speeds in place. And that's our performance calculated, so we're good. We can switch back to the ARC mode. The GPS is already aligned. Our cruising altitude is 320, so we will aim for 32,000, and I will check the chart here in a second to see if we have any restrictions to follow, which I do not see anything on the ND, but I will check that. A second. Now we can turn on the fuel pumps. I don't think we have any fuel in the center tank. Yep, we don't. So we can leave center tank off, and we are pretty much ready to be on our way from here. Hi, thank you, welcome Monkey, happy new year to you as well. Thanks for joining the stream. I hope you guys are doing well. We will be ready to push back here in a second. We have 58 passengers at the gate, but our preparation is complete, which we can now tell the cabin crew. Okay, that's cabin crew now knows that we are ready for our departure. Okay, thank you very much. So that's that. We will keep the jetway connected. What we can do is to speed things up. We can start the APU so that we are ready to start the engines when the cabin is ready. And one thing I want to check is to make sure the cabin temperature is comfortable enough for our passengers. So 20 degrees in the cockpit, 21 in the cabin. That's a little bit lower than what I think we should adjust or set it for. So we will set it for maybe just the middle range, where it will be 23-24 degrees. And I think from there we are only waiting for the passengers. That is, I'm not sure why it's going down when I press my key to get to the cockpit view. It's focusing to the MCDU for some reason, which I don't know why, but that's okay, I guess. If you haven't noticed anything about fly-by-wire, so now they have separate ranges. I haven't noticed this before, that you can select for first officer and captain, and they are independent. These two screens are independent now. That's an interesting thing. I didn't know that until today. I figured it out when I was just doing some checks. See, it did it again. It went down to the MCDU. Interesting. I need to recheck my camera views and the settings to see what's causing this, but not in the middle of the stream, obviously. Okay, 33 passengers. Now we can turn on the signs to make them board faster and secure their seats, because we are ready to go almost. At least the aircraft is ready to go. The APU, I believe, is now available. Let's see there. Yes, it is available. So we can turn on the APU bleed, get rid of the external power. Why in the world you are doing this? Okay. "26 passengers at the gate." We are almost ready. Alright, let me just take a look at the chat in the meantime to see if I missed anything or if anybody asked anything. Oh, not really. Looks like we are having a nice private stream for who is viewing right now, I guess. Not too many viewers at the moment, but that's okay. It is just to have fun and, you know, enjoy the flight together. It doesn't matter how many people are watching. Alright, last 18 passengers at the gate, and I am just tempted to instantly board them because we don't want. Okay, now they are boarded, which means we can get rid of the jetway and tell the cabin to arm the doors. Wow, that was a close move from the jetway. Thanks, dear. So now we can activate the pushback and be on our way. Release the parking brake, which I already did, and we will configure the rest when we are ready to taxi. What we will worry about right now is just to start the engines. Therefore, we'll turn on the beacon and the nav lights. Why are you doing it? I can't. Okay, I need to fix this camera views when we are done with this stream. Something is not doing what it's supposed to do, I guess. Alright, pushback has started. Starting engine 2. So engine 2 should be spooling, because I think I turned on the APU bleed. Yes, I did. Why are you doing that? That's so weird. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But we will push the tail to the left here in a second. And I haven't checked the taxi route. I will in a second. Let me see where we are going. Okay, I think that's good enough for pushback. We can set the parking brake. But I think I realized this for some reason, the engines are not spooling. Am I right? Yes. So why? APU bleed is on, APU is on, fuel pumps are on, and my controller, oh, I know why. Just give me a second, guys, because it's going to be impossible if I don't change this from this to Airbus to control the airplane when we are up in the air. I was trying to fly the 747 yesterday, which was not a good experience still, but yeah. So what we will do is we will take that taxiway, turn around, and we need to go this way. So after we have the engines started, which we will in a second, engine 2 is almost done with spooling up and starting. In the meantime, let me check the chat, because I have a bunch of windows on the other monitor that is showing a lot of stuff, so I need to switch between screens. For the overlay, I am using Fly Live Studio. This is something I think not well known, and I made the top section, like the HTML code for the call sign, departure, arrival. I did it. The graphics, yeah, that was the word. Yeah, I custom made the graphics for Fly Live Studio. I can share them, Danny, if you are interested. I have no problems with sharing. I can share you the HTML code and that folder if you are interested in having that. But yes, I made the graphics. Okay, engine 2 is running. Let's start engine 1, and let's keep an eye on the speed brakes. Something is off there. Okay, we arm the speed brakes, set the flaps, because we should have hydraulic power now. Yeah, I will try to, Danny, let me try to put it onto Google Drive, and then I'll try to share the link in the Discord. I'm not sure if you are a member of the Discord channel. If not, I'll just put the link into the description of this live stream when we are done. Okay, engine 2 is coming live. Let's turn the predictive wind shear on. Let's put the weather on the captain's side. And let's put the transponder to TARA. Altitude reporting to on. What else? We need to turn on the lights. Taxi lights are on. Strobe is auto. Wing light we don't need. Do we have both engines running now? Looks like it, so we can turn off the APU bleed and APU master. Why are you doing this? I'm not sure. Okay. I think I fixed that problem. Yeah, I'll try to put the link, Danny, either to the description field of this video or share it in the Discord channel. It wasn't too hard. The layout, the placement of the things that took a long time for me to figure it out and place them where they should go, but I was able to complete it, I guess. Okay, ground spoilers are armed, seatbelt signs are on, no smoking is on. Now what we can do is we can start our taxi run. I think we turned on the lights. Yes, we did. Parking brake off, and that guy is waiting for me because I am standing in his way. Let me swing to the side so that they can leave in peace, I guess. And we will take that taxiway, turn around and follow what was the taxiway? Quebec to runway 12 or runway 12 rather. Alright, that looks like our turn into the taxiway from here. And I'll see, yep, we'll go there. So we will take this taxiway and try to avoid entering the runway because we are going to do it when we are at the other side. This is supposed to be a taxi route, is it not? Interesting. Well, okay, I will follow this. This might be maybe the simulator's layout that's messed up. We will follow this till the end. That is our taxi route, and we will enter the runway when we are there. I know I need to check the auto brakes to max. We will test the takeoff configuration. I think I set the flaps, yes I did. And what is left is to inform the cabin when we are ready to enter the runway. That is the plan. Alright, just a little bit to the left to align with the taxiway and keep going. I think we are just a little bit faster for a taxi route or taxi speed or taxiway speed. I think that's the correct term. And the throttle is at idle, so the aircraft is just moving with the idle throttle. And I see another aircraft trying to, I think, get into the runway and depart, I guess. Looks like it. Well, we'll take our place in the line. and see how that goes. Looks like the passengers are now enjoying their cells. I think we can make the welcome speech now. Oh no, we can't. There is no welcome speech. Only thing is the seats for takeoff, which I will just tell the cabin crew to do that right now, because we are ready to enter the runway for our takeoff run. I think we will follow that aircraft and enter the runway from there. After he takes off, that's our turn. Okay, I think I'm not going to. Something weird happened, I guess. What was that sound? I'm not sure. Alright, let's wait here until that guy takes off and configure the last bits and pieces while we are standing here. Landing lights to on, nose light to on, runway turn off lights to on, strobe to on. That's good. Signs are looking okay. That's cool, that's cool. There is nothing that we need to do on the overhead panel. Down below everything looks fine. Oh, the trim. Okay, yes, we need to set the trim to down 0.3, so that's down 1 this line is, so that is roughly 0.3 to me, so as a rough estimation. And we will just enter the runway. Spooky, I think I will get those attachments. Not sure though. I might wait and see how they fix the controller, because right now to make the detents match I have to set up some crazy sensitivity curves, which I'm not happy with, because it just gives less control on the throttle at certain parts of the quadrant. Like, you know, the first part it is very sensitive, and then when you hit the first detent it is less sensitive. So I don't, you see, just I'm barely moving it a millimeter and it's just going to 40-50% throttle, which is which I'm not happy about. So let me see if I think we are ready to go. We are ready to go. I'm gonna see our takeoff rotate speed was 136. There is an aircraft passing through the runway, but okay. Thrust is set. We are trying to maintain the center line as much as we can. Sometimes it's harder than you think. 100 knots checked, and rotate. That is a good takeoff. Positive rate, gear is coming up. Alright, and now we will hand fly this thing for a little bit until we depart out of Miami and pass about 1,000 feet, so we can bring the flaps in now. Alright, following the runway heading, not moving anywhere, trying to maintain it at least, and making that. Okay, now we can push the lever to climb thrust. Climb thrust is set, passing 1900. And this EGT, I'm not sure why it's showing red. Have no idea. But it should stop and come down. I think I just left it on takeoff thrust longer, which I shouldn't have done. Let's clean up the stuff. Flaps are in. That needs to go. That. Turn this off, and there we go. Now what we can do is we can now start the movie screens to please and satisfy our passengers. Okay, after that I think we can start with the food service as well. Alright, so let's see what the passengers are doing at the back. We are about to cross 10,000. We will take care of the lights when we are there, but beautiful weather at Miami. I wish I was there. It's very cold and snowing here in Indiana, so actually it turned to rain. It's not snowing anymore, but okay, we are getting close to 10,000. We'll take care of the lights, and I think we can take a look and program our arrival and approach into Havana, Cuba. 10,000 is passed. Turn off the landing lights, turn off the passenger signs, and that's it. Aircraft will do the rest. And we will go, probably we can go down and go to the flight plan page and see our arrival. Our arrival is, let me see, to runway 24, and we will do an RNAV to runway 24. Our star is UGAR 2, and I think we don't have any YAS, do we? Yeah, transition maxim, that's correct. What happened? Hit the wrong button. Okay. Let me fix this. Star is UGAR 2. Transition is maxim. I guess it should show it automatically. Why it's not doing it? RNAV 24 via UGAR 2 with a maxim transition. Insert that. Okay, let's see what it is. Yes, cool. That is weird. So that brings us down to the plan page, and we will see. Zoom in just a little bit to see it better, and reduce the range, and maybe just step through this one more time. Okay, there, maxim, UGAR. We have a 2000 right there, and I think that's our altitude for the final approach fix. For our approach, I haven't checked the chart yet, but I will in a second. Yep, exactly. We are intercepting the glide path at 2000 feet. It's Hotel Alpha 424 waypoint, which should be also here. Hotel Alpha, yep, that's our, we passed the transition altitude. that is our final approach fix. Let's turn back to the arc mode, set the range to 40, and we are still climbing. So the passengers are okay, they are happy. Cabin crew is busy with serving the food, and we can just go and take a look from outside, I guess. Yeah. Beautiful weather, 27 degrees Celsius. I'll take it over what I have here. Hey Captain Safety, Happy New Year to you as well. Welcome to the stream. Just doing a short an-hour flight from Miami to Havana, Cuba. And we are just enjoying the views. I think now it's fair to say the Airbus A320 is by far the most advanced aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's my personal opinion, but I think a lot of... Oh, did you really? Yeah, I mean, haven't been there. Interesting country. I want to visit one day. If that's possible. Been to Caribbean but not to Cuba. I hope the pandemic doesn't stay around for too long in 2021. It wasted 2020. I don't want 2021 to be the same way, because I'm planning to go back to my country to visit my parents this year. Yeah, I know the Cubans, the Latin American people are very warm, welcoming. I think it's their nature, which is great. You don't get to see that warm people everywhere, so it's nice to have when you are a tourist visiting there. My country, I am from Turkey. So between Europe and Asia, like a bridge, and I wasn't able to go and visit my parents this year due to the pandemic. Hopefully next summer, this summer, I'm sorry, I'm planning to, if everything goes okay. Ha 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 ha. Hadi canım. Oh. Süpermiş. I'm sorry guys, I just found the oh, thanks A32NX. It's good to be here. Live stream is not something I have done quite a lot. This is my second live stream. But yeah, Captain Safety, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm living in Indiana, but I wasn't able to go back to Turkey this year. Hopefully, last year now, because we are in 2021. Hopefully this year we will be able to. You live in Toronto? You are not too far away. I live in Indiana, so I think it's a 4-hour drive to Ontario from here, if I'm not mistaken. I have two friends there from high school in Turkey, and my former job in Turkey. One of them came to Canada as an immigrant and living there for the last 2-3 years, I believe. Okay, let's see. Where are we at and when we should start descending, because I don't want to miss that point. Where is our top of descent? We still have some time to there. So we will descend like what, 30,000 feet, so that we need 90 miles at least to descend safely. So 11, 15, that's 26, 33. Where are we at right now? Oh, 74. Okay, now we are talking. So 42, 35. Oh, we still have time. 30, 40, 70, 80. I think somewhere after this deceleration, which I think we have a marker on the ND for, we will start our descent. Not yet. Oh, really? Ace is down. You are a real world pilot? It's a small world, Captain Safety. Yes, I am from Kayseri, so. But yeah, Ace is down. It's good. I know I've seen couple propeller planes flying above overhead, and I will always jealous with you guys because I can't do the same thing. I think we passed 29,000. Let's try to switch to max units if we can. We'll see. No, it is still not doing it. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Yes, Pastor Ma, Captain Safety. One of the things that I miss the most. You don't get to find the same quality here. Okay, we are nicely cruising at 32,000 feet. I don't see anything crazy happening. The passengers are 71% satisfied. So I'm not sure what I should do next, because I served their food. They have a video that we are watching, or movie. Ah, okay. That is now, that made more sense. Oh, you have a Cessna 172? Wow. Wow. Well, you know, I think the flight simulation is a way of following my dream of becoming a pilot, which I didn't get a chance to do back in my country. I can just tell you a lot of things on why it didn't happen, what was the roadblocks and the circumstances, which I don't want to dive in there, but you know, that was my lifetime wish to become a pilot. Captain Safety, yeah, line dance. That might be a way to ignite people. You're right about that. So now I am satisfying my urge to fly something with the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, this is by far the superior simulator when it comes to scenery. The aircraft is not there yet, I have to admit, but they will be when we have some pay aircraft, and when these standard aircraft are either modded by the groups or fixed by Asobo, we will have a better simulator sometime maybe next year or after a year of release. Yeah. Though it is fun. I like Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are about to pass over Key West in Florida. I'm not sure if we can see it from this high. Oh, we can, right there. There is Key West for you guys. Down below us, we are right overhead. One of the places I wasn't able to go when I was in Florida, because it was a 4-hour drive from where I was staying. Didn't want to take that. But we are above Key West now. And I think after Key West we'll make a turn. And I think that's Cuba we see over there at the horizon. When we are making that turn, show it to me. Yeah. Just a little bit more before the turn. 40 miles more. Now it is warning me to enter the destination data, which is not the arrival, because we already did this. It's asking me to do the approach page for performance. So let's see here. Current flight, weather at Cuba. QNH is 1019. Oops. 1019er. That's there. Temperature at Havana is what? 29 degrees Celsius. Oh my god. I wish I was there. And the winds are from 130 at 9 knots. 130 at 9. Transition altitude for Cuba is 3000. That's what I'm seeing here, not 30,000. And the decision altitude for our RNAV approach is 480. So let's plug that in there. And that's our approach page programmed. V approach is 133. That is done. Let me go back and check the chat. Okay. Alright, I hope everybody is enjoying what they are seeing so far. So Captain Safety, how many years in the US? It's been 5 for me. I came December of 2015 with my family. I need to fix this. 1990? Oh my. What? That's more than 30 years now, right? I was in high school. No. Oh, you were a kid when you came with the family. Okay. I mean, 1990? I was in middle school. I think, yeah. 6th or 7th grade, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I have a friend in Canada too, or former friend from my previous job. She is working for a pharmaceutical company as a patient relations director. So she is a Turkish Canadian. She moved to Canada when she was 5. Oh, I mean, I don't know how I should pronounce your nickname, Sinek. I think we can do a GA aircraft stream as well. Maybe just a VOR to VOR flight from A to B. I don't know. We can try to do that sometime later in a future stream. I like GA aircraft too because it lets you enjoy the scenery of this beautiful sim to the fullest, not from like 32,000 feet above, but you know, a couple thousand feet that you see everything, and it just amazes me when I fly the GA aircraft. Yeah, let me see. We should be getting close to the top of descent now, and we haven't announced the cruise. Yeah, I should have done that a long time ago. Let me see the distances here. Alright, 850, 85. We still have time. We still have time to start our descent. So we will wait for top of descent just a little bit more, and then we will start our descent from there. I'm gonna do this A24. Just updating the flight plan on the SimToolkit Pro window to have a visual of it on the map that you guys see on the left hand side of the screen. Not sure why that map is not updating as it should have. There's something weird with this streaming tools of SimToolkit Pro. There is a huge, yeah, see, it's not rendering the map good enough. Maybe it is just the map source which is not. Let's see if this fixes that problem. I think this is better. Okay, let's go back. Let me check the chat now. Yeah, I know. Stricy, the VNAV in G1000 in X-Plane is far superior to the ones in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's a more complete unit. I agree with you on that. It's not working in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, but the working title team is trying to make it happen. So they figured it out with the Citation CJ4. So it has VNAV working right now, and they are trying to copy that to their G1000 and G3000 modifications in Microsoft Flight Simulator. No, I mean, Aces, the VNAV is not working at all since the beginning of since the release of the sim. There was no working VNAV. The Cayo Coco, is it? It's a Cuban approach, I am assuming. Captain Safety. It's a approach to Havana, I believe. Havana. Let me see if there is any approaches that I can see on my Navigraph screen. Ah, okay. Entiende. I think that's what you should say in Spanish when you say sí, right? Okay, northern panhandle of Cuba. I'll look it up next time. Why is this map not updating? I don't like the map you guys are seeing on the left hand side. For some reason it's not updating. Maybe it did now. Let me know if that map is updated and looking better than before now. Oh, it's a resort town. Wow. Yeah, I think the whole Caribbean is a nice place to visit and, you know, have a vacation. That's what I was trying to say. I think now we are passing the top of descent, so we will announce that and set ourselves for 2000 and start our descent. Okay, and let me check if we have any restrictions on our star for the arrival. Why are you not showing me that? Okay. Star UGAR 2. Where is it? It is this guy right here. Okay, other than that 2000 restriction, I can share the chart with you guys for a second. Let me just put the window up here so that you guys can see. Star has no restrictions whatsoever except that 2000 at here. Initial approach fix, and that is part of our approach starts here, so our AirNav approach is not following that but this, and we are also following that 2000. So that's why we aimed for 2000 on the altimeter setting, and from there we'll take it and see what happens when we get close. Oh yeah, I mean, Fethiye or Marmaris, Ölüdeniz in Turkey, or Mediterranean Sea in general has beautiful beaches. I have never ever seen a beach that supersedes or passes or inspires me more than the Mediterranean Sea beaches. It's a beautiful region, and those beaches, they don't have any substitutes anywhere else. I haven't seen any so far, and I have been to places, Captain Safety. I have been to Caribbean, I have been to Aruba, Saint Martin and Curacao. Yeah, the Caribbean beaches, they are nice. I enjoyed the reefs, coral reefs, but it's not same as the Mediterranean beaches or the Aegean coast of Turkey. Cool, we are descending, and we don't have an altitude restriction, we don't have a speed restriction as well. So we are good on both sides. Until we pass 10,000 we will follow this speed and then slow down to below 250 when we pass 10,000, and we'll take it from there. All in all, now the aircraft is doing what it's supposed to be doing. That is nice. Pillar Beach near Cayo Coco. Okay. I mean, I think I need to plan a trip to Cuba with the family when we are back from Turkey this year. Might be an interesting travel. Yeah. You see a blue line on a gray box. Aces. Is that the map? Okay, I think it should be fixed now. Ah, okay. The Jeppesen shop subscription. Either you subscribe to Navigraph, which is mostly for simulator use, and it is using Jeppesen charts, or SimToolkit Pro is a add-on app that has chart support for your departure and arrival through ChartFox, which is a VetSim chart service. SkyVector is something I always use for United States based flights. It has all the charts for the United States region up to date, like the most recent ones. SkyVector is one of the things that I use, and I think I have some tutorials about SkyVector in my channel. And these are the sources I use. Otherwise, if I cannot find it anywhere, I'll just Google the chart or the code of the airport to look for the charts, and I'll take it from there. Aces, but Navigraph subscription is definitely the best charts option for flight simulation right now, let me put it that way, aside from the navigational data. For the departures, I suggest go and check ChartFox. It's a VetSim service, and they have most of the charts uploaded to ChartFox by VetSim members, and VetSim management too. And VetSim is also using those charts, as far as I know. Oh, that's great. A PC that can run FS 2020 for Christmas? Wow. No, Captain Safety, I am not into VR stuff yet. I don't have a VR headset. Maybe sometime in the future I will purchase some. Right now, what's keeping me away from VR is that cable that needs to be attached to the VR headset and connected to your GPU. I think that's just breaking the independence of VR. I'm not sure. I probably will like it if I try it, but I haven't tried. I thought about buying a VR headset, but still looking into it. Let me put it that way. Okay, we can switch to local altimeter. Oh, we can't actually. The transition altitude is 3000, so we keep the standard altimeter. I'm sorry. Until we reach 3000, but when we pass 10,000, I think we are going to yeah, we are going to slow down to 250, 240-ish, and then keep slowing down. Let's bring the range to 20, and let me see if everything is looking good for the approach. Yes, we don't need to follow any frequencies. This is an RNAV approach, so no need to have a frequency there. So ACE is down. What kind of graphics card or GPU that your new computer is rocking? Okay, we can tell the test passengers we started the descent long time ago. I keep forgetting about the I keep forgetting about the self-loading cargo, but that's the captain making the announcement for the descent. So let's see here, passing 12,000. I was thinking about serving them some sort of hot drink or alcoholic drink before the end of the flight, but I think we don't have time to do that. We are very close to our destination, and the flight attendants or cabin crew will never be able to finish that serving on time. So next flight, we'll serve the beverages on the next one. Almost about to pass 10,000, so we are below 12,000. Now that means we can turn on the landing lights. Oh, great, you have Xeon server CPUs. Wow. Yeah, I wish I can do a holding pattern for the drinks captain safety. I don't know if we were using ADC. I don't know what ADC would say about it. Like, hey, hold on, I need to finish serving the drinks before I can land. That might be funny. No problems, maybe we can try that too. But let's just configure everything slowly. So arm the speed brakes, or spoilers rather. We will do a brake slow setting landing. Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you think about Microsoft flight simulators, in-game ATC, they are always drunk. So they are always drinking at the tower. Why they shouldn't let the passengers to drink before they land, right? Okay, passing 8,000, the speed is below 250, but I am tempted to do this. Slow us down manually to 220, just to get ready to deploy the flaps. Yeah, Captain Safety. I'm not, no kidding. The ATC Microsoft Flight Simulator, they are always drunk at the tower on one flight. That's why I'm not using the in-game ATC. Hey, they don't want to share. That's correct. That's true. But most of my flights with the in-game ATC, they first tell me to climb to some altitude and then descend to some. It's just bouncing up and down in the air. And I don't know, they are always, that made me think they are always drunk, so let me not use the in-game ATC. That's why I'm not using in-game ATC in my streams or videos until they fix it. Because one controller tells you to climb to 8,000 and expect an approach, blah blah whatever. And then the other one tells you to descend down to 4,000 and expect whatever. So they don't know what they are doing. Okay, we need to get down to 2000. I think I'm gonna apply some speed brakes just a little bit to slow us down and increase the descent rate, just to be safe, to reach to 2000 on time. Yeah, roller coaster airlines or dolphin airlines doing a dolphin dance up and down. The Microsoft Flight Simulator ATC, no. I mean, I thought about the Pilot to ATC. There is a software that works with Microsoft Flight Simulator called Pilot to ATC. But then the problem I am running into with that is I didn't purchase it. One, it is too expensive to me, $60 for an ATC service. I don't think it's feasible. The other thing is the user interface of that software is quite complicated and not user friendly. So I opted out for ATC service in the simulator until it is fixed. Yeah, Aces, it's happening. Seriously, they tell you to descend and then the other one tells you to maintain current heading and altitude, and then as I said, they are drunk. I don't know what Asobo mixed into their code. They are always drunk. But I think we should start descending a little bit faster. I'll go flaps 1 because we are at about that speed. And I'll try to bring us down to 200 because we are coming a little bit high. Now we will probably, hopefully, manage to land this thing. Where are we at now? Oh yeah, we are coming in too high. Looks like this might turn into a go around. We should have served the passengers. Okay, flaps 2. I'm just trying to slow us down with applying flaps and reducing the speed and sinking the aircraft like crazy. See, that's the runway we need to land and we are still too high, if you ask me. So I'm trying to slow down and make it to 2000, but looks like that's not gonna happen. Yeah, this is not gonna happen, guys. So this is a go around, definitely. This is a go around, definitely. So what we will do is we will descend down to 2000. We will pass this because we are not using ATC, so we don't need to tell anyone. And then we will turn around as we are back to 2000. Let's switch to local altimeter. now we are turning to intercept that runway heading one more time. I'll switch to heading mode, and now we should be able to turn the aircraft, and we should also start slowing down so that our turns are tighter. Yeah, we haven't turned on the landing gear, I know that. Passenger signs were already on, I believe. Oh, I turned them off. Come on. Okay, the passenger signs are on. Cabin, we will check that. Flaps, we still have time to do that. Let me see, our final approach course was 240, so we'll swing around. Take a look at the runway. Get ourselves parallel to the airport. And then try to land again. So this is what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for that UGAR waypoint that you see right there. So that's why I keep turning until the heading looks close enough to get us to that waypoint. Sorry, I was speaking a lot, so that's why I just missed the approach section. But no problem, a go around is better than trying to force her to land and, you know, sink like crazy and drop from the sky like a stone. So that is, I think this is good. We are parallel to the airport. Oh, no, not that. We don't want that. Yep. Follow that for now. Okay. And then we will activate the approach when we get there and when we make that turn to, what is that waypoint? Mumbu? Yeah, Mumbu. At 2000, and we are already at 2000. And yeah. That is going to be the plan to land this thing, and I think that's safer to go around rather than, as I said, trying to force to land, because I already knew I was too high when I was coming in for the land. And we can also do this, I believe. Let me see. We can say direct, and we can send the aircraft direct to Mumbu. Okay, and then go to managed heading, and then now the aircraft will travel directly to Mumbu, and then we will turn around and activate the approach mode from there. Or maybe we can command the aircraft from Mumbu to Hotel Alpha 424, which is our final approach fix, and then that should land this thing down or activate the RNAV approach. Let's try to do that when we get close to Mumbu. Let's keep it ready here. Go to this guy over here. You can wait there. It is showing right there as the yellow line on the ND, but we are going to wait until we reach somewhere here so that the turn is not that sharp, and take it down from there. Yep, we will do that when we get close. Let me keep it there. UGAR, Mumbu, that is there. We'll travel a little bit more towards M.2 before we make the turn to Hotel Alpha 424. Let me see if it's, I think this is now a better line that will take us there. There we go. Now we are turning to our final approach fix at the altitude that we are supposed to be at, and we can now turn on the landing system, get back to, I think we don't need the LS mode for this guy over here. We'll activate the approach, right, and we'll slow down to 140. Alright, we made the turn. Drop the flaps to flaps 3. We are almost ready to drop the flaps to flaps 4. Now this is a better approach. That's the airport right there. Approach mode is active. We'll drop the landing gear before dropping the flaps to full. Landing gear is coming down. There we go. Now we can go flaps full and drop our speed to our approach speed, which was 133. All is looking good to me. Let's see, let's move it to LS mode. It's not gonna display anything because this is an RNAV approach, but we'll see the glide path indicator coming down, and we captured the glide path right now. We check the cabin and tell them that we are landing. And now everything should be ready for landing. Yep, flaps full, spoilers armed, auto brake is set. I'm gonna keep it at medium. Landing gear is down, glide path is captured, and we are coming down into the runway. 1500 feet, that's checked. And I'll keep it at the plan mode. Alright, coming down for landing. Look at these views, guys. There is no other simulator that can show you scenery this detailed. 1000 feet checked. Our minimums is 480, but I'm not gonna wait until the minimums. You see the puppy lights? It's saying we are a little low. That usually happens with RNAV approaches in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm gonna take control here, disconnect the autopilot, and try to bring her down myself. Alright, it is always challenging. I'm trying to see, we have a 10 knot crosswind coming from the left, so that will push us to the right. So I'm correcting our course for right slightly, just to make it to the runway, and correcting the nose just a little bit because we are coming low, if you ask me, and losing the runway. So applying some rudder to correct our nose. Okay, that's better. Now we will follow the puppy lights and correct ourselves. We are high now, we need to drop the nose down. Apply the rudder here, try to maintain the center line, throttle to idle. We are still high, let me tell you that, but we will manage to land this time. Flare. Okay, the passengers are yelling at me, but it's okay. It was a hard landing, I'll give you that. It was a hard landing. And for some reason the reverse thrust is not engaging. I'm not sure why, but we will take this exit. It wasn't too bad. That ground effect in Microsoft Flight Simulator is always making it hard to land, because the aircraft shouldn't float that much when you are landing. Yeah, it is showing it is like a little bit rough landing. That's what the self-loading cargo is telling me. But now, as you said, Aces, the passengers now have the drinks shaken, not stirred. So let's... And I even forgot to turn off the runway turn-off lights prior to landing, but that's okay. Strobe can go back to auto, wing light, nav light will stay on until we make it to the gate. So I see a gate there, that's where I'm aiming for right now. But yeah, landings in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I had to teach myself to land again with Microsoft Flight Simulator because it's quite different than X-Plane. That ground effect that you receive, they float because the ground effect is too aggressive. I don't know if it's the right word, or overdone. Asobo needs to tweak that way more than what they have done so far. They said they tweaked the ground effect, it is still there. You need to push the nose down to make the aircraft land, or you need to come in at a very sharp angle before you flare, so that makes it hard to land this aircraft. I'm still practicing, but this was not the best landing. It was okay, at least we survived. And now the passengers can, you know, drink and be happy about being alive and making it to Cuba without any problems. So we'll take this exit out of the taxiway into the gates area, or terminal area, I would say. And maybe take that right turn from here. Yep, this guy right there. Let's make this turn. And I'm not sure which gate is assigned for us, but I see a truck there, so I'm assuming that is the gate the simulator assigned us. So I'm aiming for that gate. We are going to park there. Hold on. Where should I get to that? Is it the other side? Looks like it's the other side. Yep, it is not this guy. Is it this guy? I'm not sure, I'm confused. Yes, this is our gate. I see the marshal now. Okay, so that's our marshal right in front of us. That guides us now. Yeah, tells us to come straight. That's what we are doing. Coming. Taxi guide, yeah. This is a small airport. If it was a bigger one, I would probably use the taxi ribbon, because I don't know where I should park in most cases, especially if it's an airport that I have never flown into. But this one I was able to guess by just checking the ground equipment and seeing that this gate might be ours. Okay, let's park the aircraft, and what I have forgotten is to turn on the APU, but that is okay. The passengers can sit and wait just a little bit until we take care of everything. And in real life, you don't get to leave the aircraft in about 5 minutes after you reach to the gate. It's taking more than that. Let's connect the jetway. Okay, jetway is coming around. And I had problem with this. Cabin crew disarm the doors. Aynen öyle abi. Gel. Hop, sağ yap, sol yap. This is how you park the aircraft. Okay. I am tempted to let the passengers out, but I'm waiting on the APU so that I can kill the engines and let them out. And APU is almost there, so 48, 49. When it reaches 100% N, we are ready to let the passengers in. In the meantime, we can clean the lights. Nav and logo can turn off. Can turn off the seatbelt signs and the no smoking. Let's see, APU is almost there. So I always having trouble with this APU, remembering to start it up when I'm put the wheels down and get out of the runway or vacate the runway. You should start the APU right away. By the time you make it to the gate, everything then is ready for you to shut down the engines and let the passengers out. This is something I'm still trying to remember, but you know, when I have a landing that's not pleasant enough or which I didn't like this one, it just makes me forget to turn it on. APU is available. Turn on the bleed, and now we can kill the engines. And hey, what's going on? And we can start the deboarding process, and for some reason the doors are not opening. We'll see. There's something wrong with this. And let's thank the passengers. Microsoft Flight Simulator's door system. The self-loading cargo is not recognizing the position of the doors. So now I cannot open the doors, interestingly enough, to let the passengers out. Okay, now we are able to let them out. Weird. Weird stuff. I'm looking forward to see the next version of self-loading cargo, which a lot of things will be fixed. Ace is down. Thank you very much, man. It was a nice flight, I have to admit, except the landing part of it, but it will improve every time. And the ground effect, it's always different because when you have different winds and different weather conditions for that airport that you are trying to land. Not two approaches into the same runway, same approach could be quite different if the weather is different. So still trying to learn that part, and it's not that easy to figure it out when you need to flare with that ground effect in place. But, well, all in all, I think it's not too bad. Thank you guys for joining me in this first live stream of 2021. I hope more will be coming down the road in the coming weeks, days, months, as we progress and the simulator gets better, so on and so forth. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. I wish you a safe weekend. Enjoy your weekend. This is, I think, for my fellow United States resident friends following the channel, this is the last piece of holiday we get before the Memorial Day in May. So take care, bye you to all, and Happy New Year to all of you guys. Be safe, and thanks. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, Captain Safety. I'll take my mojito and enjoy the beach now, because I'm in a warmer place than Indiana, virtually at least. Bye, Danny. Thanks for joining. As I said, I will just put the link to the file for that stream overlay into the description field of this live stream when it's ready to be published. Take care, guys. Take care. I'll see